I just want to clarify where I think companies should be mandated to provide some kind of direct human intervention or help, preferably by phone. It's if your account is shut off, if you can't log in, things of that nature. Um, if you're wanting to learn about selling on eBay, the process, the nuances, all of that kind of stuff, I don't think they should be required by law to have a human being to help you. Uh, it might be nice. I mean, if I was running the show, maybe they'd get a couple of free calls, and then if they want to get into some of these nuances with a human being, maybe they would have to pay, a fee because you're basically asking for consulting help. That's different. That's one world. Another world is I can't log in, or I've been locked out due to the allegation of some kind of misdeed. I think it should be a requirement. There's actually a woman who's written a Bill of Rights for the digital world that includes this, that there should be a requirement by law um, that a human being be available to customers at that point in time if you're going to be cut off or banned or that kind of a thing. Um, we could go back. I can be grandiose. We could go back to the founding fathers of America to the concept of arbitrary power, and the way it is now in Silicon Valley, if you're banned or removed or your account is shut off, you don't have any rights, and that's a dangerous thing. And people are starting to address it now, and given what's going on in the world, maybe it's a good time to bring up, how racism can affect things like complaints in eBay, and you better believe it can. So we shouldn't let these companies hide behind their so-called algorithms, which are just going to reflect, in many cases, the biases in human beings. We can't solve all of that in one fell swoop, but we can move towards it. There's another example. You know, Several times people have come to me and they couldn't log into some account, and there was um, no obvious reason for it. And after digging and digging and digging and reading 16 pages of help, um, finally get through to the company, and they said, "Oh, they didn't log in for 6 months, so they were cut off." Um, Question: what was that? Was there any way to know about that? Nope. So it was an issue where it could not be resolved other than by human intervention, and yet it was very difficult to find a human being. And Silicon Valley is incredibly lax about that. It's amazing how they are horrible with such things. And then people say, "Oh, I'm not a computer person. I'm just I get the person who I know who's the computer guy to figure this out." Now, I didn't figure out anything computer wise. I just finally ended up calling the number. So anyway, I think you all got my point. That's all for now.